Hi everybody out there in S&G land. Welcome to another weekly update. It's actually the last week in January and we're hoping for a really strong finish. I know the estimate count over the weekend was huge, so that's going to lead to some big sales. Now, looking forward to next month. I'm kind of shooting this a little bit earlier because we're going to do a promotion, and it's something we've never done before. And the promotion for February is going to be Love That Sale, because at S&G we love our customers. So the title is going to be Love That Sale. And it's going to be savings up to 50% off. Okay? Biggest percentage off we've ever done in our S&G 64-year history. Now you're probably thinking, Jim, what are we going to have that we can do half off? Well, what we did is we brought in some short rolls. And what a short roll is, traditionally a remnant is about a 12 by 12. Big remnants are considered to be 15 feet. Well, when they go beyond that and they get to be 20, 30, 40, 50 feet, those are called short rolls. They're generally enough to do like 3 bedrooms and a hallway or a living room, dining room, things like that, where you're approximately 450 to 600 or 700 square feet. So they're good sized pieces. And what we did was we ordered 70 of them approximately for the Sacramento region and 70 of them for the Bay Area region. And then we took a foot off, cut off each one of the rolls, and made some samples. So each one of the stores is going to get a feeler sample that's approximately a foot by a foot and a half of these 70 or so different products. And we made this fancy rack system out of pegboard, if you will, and we have the hooks here. And then we're going to hang all these little checkout samples on the wall. Okay, so these samples never leave the store because they're the feeler samples. They're going to be marked with the X and whatever the 3 or 4 digit number is. And then these are going to be the checkout samples. So pretty simple, okay? These ones never leave the store. Customers are welcome to take these. There's only going to be 2 different price points, okay? Even though the weights and the qualities are different, we've kind of condensed everything into 2 different prices. So they're actually in the computer right now. Because we're selling it by the square foot, it's under the O2 category. And if you type in X, then you'll see X like 100s, X200s, X300s, X400s. If it's a 100 or a 200, that means it's going to be in the Bay Area exclusively. If it's a 300 or 400 number, that means it's going to be in the Sacramento area exclusively. We're not going to transship, okay? Now, when we put the pegboard up, we might not have room to show all 60 or 70 products at one time. So that's cool. We can show 50, and then as we sell them out, add some different ones as we go along. Okay? I mean, I'm good with that. That way it'll kind of keep the selection fresh, and if somebody comes in at the end of February, they're still going to have some things available. Because the ad starts February 1st, next Wednesday. So I'm expecting, and as is our advertisers, with doing this, the first time in our company's history, that it is going to be a huge, huge traffic, especially that first weekend in February. So we're really excited about it. Along with this, up to 50% off, so there's going to be more than 50% off stuff. We're going to have some other things, some of the stock laminate that we're discontinuing it, the Princeton, the Regal, the Regency. Those are going to be marked way down. We have that carpet Lights Out that we have a bunch of rolls of. That's going to be marked way down. The remnants are all going to be 20% off, the ones on the wall. What else? We have some special order stuff that's going to be 10, 15, 20, 25% off. So there's going to be a whole lot of different things. Now, with the percentages off, Carol's going to adjust them in the computer. That means there's going to be no BP codes. Okay? So if somebody comes in from this month and we've done an estimate and then they come in next month, obviously there's no double dipping. You can't have the no sales tax and the sale pricing. So all the no tax promotions end at the end of January, and the new Love That Sale things start February 1st and goes to the end of February. Okay? So hopefully that's pretty self-explanatory. The signs will go up next Tuesday night. And what else am I missing? Oh, we got a couple things. We got a couple price increases, so there'll be some changing on some carpet pricing before the new sale signs go up. Other than that, that's about it for February. We're expecting a great February. January so far, we're running a little bit ahead of last year, but with the recent estimate count and the increase in estimates, we're hoping and anticipating a real strong finish. So thanks for your hard work for that. Now, I want to share with you one of my favorite snacks. and that is apples. And I love Gala apples, and if I said apples, and I happen to have 2 of them here, and it reminds me of that great board game Apples to Apples. If you ever played that, it's fun, and I'd recommend it, but that's not what this is about. This is Jim's story about buying Gala apples. And up to about a year and a half ago, I used to buy the apples at Sam's Club, and they'd come in like this 7-pound bag, and they were, whatever they were, something like, $6, and there'd be a dozen or so apples in there, and they were all bagged, and I'd buy them, take them home, take them out, put them in the bowl, and put them into the fridge and get them chilled, and made a real tasty snack. But what I started to discover was, as I was taking them out of the bag, that the ones on the bottom would be kind of mushy already. The ones on top look good and stuff, but as you got farther down, they're a little bit softer, a little bit mushier. And some on the very bottom were actually like flattened, where the guys had like thrown the bags and dropped them, so they were like bruised already and stuff. And kind of like I'd always leave those to last because they were kind of funky, and basically ended up throwing them away. So after doing this a number of times, I found out, it's like, Jim, you're being dumb. You're wasting your money. You're buying stuff you're paying for, and it's kind of like junk, and you're throwing it away. So from now on, I love my Gala apples, and I only buy them at Safeway or at Raley's, where they have, you can hand pick them. They're fresh, they're shiny, they're great. There's no bruises on them. They're still firm and everything. I mean, they're just fabulous and make a wonderful snack. Now, I'm telling you this story not because I want you to eat apples, even though an apple a day keeps the doctor away and it's good for you. But the moral to the story is, consumers want to make everything a comparison, and they want to compare, and they'll come to you and say, but we're comparing apples to apples. And when it comes to floor covering, no such thing. Okay? S&G is in a class of its own. We are way up here. No one screens the installers and puts the criteria on them that S&G does. In fact, only 1 out of 10 installers out there meets the proper qualifications, just with the insurances and the licenses and bonds and all that stuff, meets the qualifications. Only 1 out of 10 to even work for S&G, and then they have to be good enough craftsman-wise to work for S&G. So all these other guys that are working at the other stores, they can't even work for us. If you remember, a couple years ago, we made this long list of value of S&G, and I think we came up with 60, 70, 80 different things. I'd love for you to pull it out and review it. But again, when it comes to comparing us against other stores, they don't have the installation crew, they don't have the selection, they don't have the service, they don't have the store locations, they don't have the warranties, they don't have the longevity in business, and the most important thing, what the other stores don't have, they don't have you working for them. Now, I know everybody at S&G is truly committed to finding the proper product and taking care of our customers to the utmost of your ability and the utmost of S&G's ability. And that's simply not true at the other places. Okay? So, if someone ever challenges you and says, hey, I saw the same thing in another store and you guys are more money, you say, you know what, first off, I can believe we're more money because no one gives you what we give you. But secondly, you didn't find the same thing. Just like my comparison, they might be thinking they're shopping apples to apples, but truly, after the installation and everything's done, they're going to be sorry that they didn't go with S&G and spend a little bit more money. We're well worth it, and again, they don't get your expertise, your service, your passion, and your commitment to the customer. So remember that, okay? No one does what we do. Okay, hey guys, thanks for watching. Let's finish January on a strong note, and remember February, just a couple weeks away, February 14th, Valentine's Day, so got to start shopping for that stuff. So anyways, hey, eat an apple a day and sell a floor a day. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.